Hey everybody, and welcome back to Tenza Motorsports. Today we're going to be doing some products from Nilight. We've done projects from them in the past before. We'll go over all that in just a moment. Before we do, make sure you are subscribed to the channel, a like if you enjoy this type of content. Also make sure to check us out on Instagram, Tenza_motorsports, to do giveaways, all that kind of stuff. So make sure you're following us on there. Nilight is a great company. They got a whole bunch of aftermarket light bars, tail lights, a lot of our toggle switches. So actually we've done a toggle switch panel in this car. It's actually done. I'm looking at it right now. I know I keep teasing it, we've talked about it in a previous video, but there's like 6 projects going on this car right now, all at the same time, so you're just gonna have to wait. But there's a few of their switches in the toggle switch panel that is from Nilight. We have done a project in the past, so we did the interior lights on my E46. When you strip cars out, you tend to lose interior lighting when you pull the headliner and things like that, and we just use those LED lights to make an interior light kit, and then you can change colors and all sorts of cool stuff. I'll have that linked up here and in the description below. We've been really happy with their stuff. That stuff is still on my race car, still working properly, really happy with it. Today, we've got a pair of these 10-inch taillights. Now these are more of like a brake light for like a trailer. They could also be used for off-roaders, razors, four-wheelers, things like that. This car, as many of you already know, has the Cayman hardtop on it. This car used to be a convertible, and when the convertible top was removed, the third brake light that was in there was pulled out as well. We were able to find the harness. So I'm actually gonna go and show everybody how we would have done this the hard way. And that way, if you are looking to add a third brake light or wire any sort of tail light onto a vehicle with pre-existing tail lights, the harness is already there, then you'll know what to do. These don't come with any instructions, unfortunately, but it's pretty self-explanatory. There's only a couple wires on the back here. We're gonna go over what all those do. I'm gonna show what we would have done the hard way, and then what we're gonna be doing the easy way. So let's get into it. So your black is gonna be your parking lights, and your red will be your brake lights. So you can see it just getting a little bit brighter there. In our case, we're actually just going to spin those two together, and we're just not gonna have any parking lights. It'll just either be off or on. So if you wanted to run it like this, that's perfectly fine. You would wire this up to your parking light, and then when you hit your brakes, then it would get a little bit brighter. So now that we know where the wires go, let's go to the back and I'll show you how to tap into a tail light. If you needed to do this from the tail light, what wires to grab, and then we'll show what we are gonna be doing. So what we're gonna be doing is you'll get your voltmeter, you'll put it to the 9-volt setting. That way you're able to see what voltage is being put out. If you need to test this to make sure you're on the right setting, you can go up to the battery and you should see around the 12-volt mark. What we're gonna be doing is putting the black, the negative side, to a known ground, and then using the positive side. If you use the ground on the board, sometimes it's difficult to know if you're not getting power or if your ground is, basically it's hard to do both of these at the same time. So we're gonna put this somewhere where we know it's getting a good ground, and then we'll start testing from there. Those are your parking lights? Yep. Okay. So then what we'll do is, now that we can see that those are on, we'll go back here to the harness and we'll start prodding around and see. So it looks like this first one here is your parking lights. Go turn them back off real quick. And you can see it goes back off, turn them on, they come back on. So that one right there, you can take this wire right here, you can splice into it, and that would be your black. Now we're gonna go to the brake lights itself. Okay, take your foot off. Put your foot back down. Perfect. So in this case, it's these first 2 wires. Your first one's your parking lights. Your second wire is your brake lights. You would just tap into that, and then you would just run the wire wherever it needs to go. All right, everybody, thanks so much for watching. It really is that simple. There's not much to it. It turns out absolutely fantastic. Now, this is a little bit more modern look on this car with the LEDs, and this car was made in the late 90s, early 2000s. So the taillights don't really match super great with the LEDs, but we are looking to do upgraded taillights. I'm not sure exactly which one we'll be doing yet, but it looks like we'll be doing kind of like a newer Cayman style taillight. But overall, we're really happy with this. I don't think we would have ever really gotten pulled over for not having a third brake light, but you're technically supposed to. I can't remember what year that was implemented or what year they would enforce something like that, but we've had cops behind us before and they didn't really do anything about us not having one, but it's good to have one. We really appreciate Nilight for having products of good quality and fast shipping. We ordered this just a few days ago and it came in less than 2 days, and we don't even live really that close to any large like Amazon hub or anything like that, and it was right in our mailbox just a few days later. Really happy with the way that everything has turned out. Again, everything that we use today will be down in the description below, everything that we mentioned earlier in the video as well. Nilight's a really good brand. Like I said, we've worked with them in the past and been really happy with their products. We're gonna continue to work with them in the future. We do have some of their products in our toggle switch panel that we built. So later on, when we release that video, we'll be seeing some more of their products. So that video of our toggle switch being built isn't really like a how-to, it's more of just like a compilation, just kind of like a build series, it just kind of documenting us building it. It's not really like a specific one, but just know there's Nilight toggle switches on our panel for this car. Thanks everybody so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Any comments or questions down in the comments section below. It's pretty straightforward. But if anything's confusing or if you need us to go over anything again, let us know. Again, where these didn't have any instructions, hopefully you're finding this video and this will help you install it onto your vehicle, trailer, your ATV, your RZR, whatever you're putting this on. We really appreciate everybody for watching. We'll see you in the next video.
Bam!